wyatts-favorite-radio.
Another 5-minute mystery. Hello, Lieutenant.
Well, there you are, Mr. Campbell. I've been waiting for you very anxiously since your call.
I hurried down here as fast as I could.
Mr. Campbell, if your evidence can give me a clue to the identity of Mr. Martin's killer, we'll break this case wide open.
Lieutenant, it's not an easy thing for me to bear. First, my partner was killed, and now with this photograph I'm putting on your desk, I condemn as the murderer
His wife? Good heavens. Why didn't you show me this sooner?
I thought you might suspect her and solve the case, and I would have been able to remain silent.
Look at this picture. It's the perfect evidence. His body on the floor in front of the couch, and she leaning over him, with a gun still in her hand. Why, this'll send her to the chair.
I know. It wasn't easy for me to give it to you.
How on earth did you ever get it?
Well, I had an appointment with my partner at a little after 11 p.m. at his house.
Mm-hmm.
When I came up the walk, I was surprised to see that the house was dark.
Oh, yeah.
You see, you must pass the large bay window in the living room when coming up the walk. The room was very dark, but by the faint light from some burning coals in the fireplace, I could see Mr. Martin's body lying in front of the large couch.
You could?
Yes. I saw my partner's wife come into the room. She had a gun in her hand.
Well, how did you get the picture?
Well, I've always been a camera enthusiast. I happened to have a small box camera with me, and without her noticing me, I took a picture of the room.
It's really a remarkable photograph.
I've kept it hidden for several days, but when you found no trace of the murderer, I decided that you would have to have it.
I'm glad you did, Mr. Campbell. It isn't exactly safe to withhold evidence, but now we have it, and it looks like the Martin case is closed.
Yes?
Mr. Campbell, there's a gentleman from the police department to see you.
Oh, send him in. Always glad to help the police. Well, hello, Lieutenant. It's good to see you.
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Campbell. It's about the Martin case.
Oh, but I thought the case was closed. You've arrested Mrs. Martin, haven't you?
Yes, but there are some points about the case that still puzzle me.
Really? But you have the evidence in black and white.
But have I? Will a jury accept the picture? You've heard of process shots, haven't you?
No, I don't believe I have.
You're lying, Mr. Campbell. That picture you gave me was a phony. And I can prove that your whole expedition that night was a contrived fairy tale.
How does the police lieutenant know that Campbell lied in his story? In just a moment, we'll know, but first... And now, back to our story.
Mr. Campbell, you don't think I fell for that story about your being a camera hound and accidentally being on the spot for the picture of the year, do you? For if you were a photographer, as you claim, you'd know that the feeble light from a dying fire is hardly enough with which to take a picture in a darkened room. If you'd used a flash, she would have seen you, but that was impossible, because she wasn't even in that room. But you were, Mr. Campbell. And you killed your partner and dummied up this fake picture to throw a blame on his wife. Snap judgment's supposed to be a dangerous thing, Campbell. You proved it.
To the radio on the counter, to the one in the dash, to the one at the river on the rock tuned to news, to the one in the shower, the one that lights up, the transistor, potato, and the elevator radio, to the $4,000 speakers in the one-bedroom shack, to the beat-up old boombox in the two-shed out back, and to you, pretty little thing all shiny and new, this one goes out to you.
And Matt...
Radio heard here. Brought to you by the radio industry and this station to remind you that radio is heard here. Radio is heard everywhere.
A current trend in radio, particularly on a local basis, is the use of the beeper telephone to conduct live interviews with people in the news.
Now, there are several advantages to this, such as being able to interview anyone at any time as long as you can talk to them, call them on the phone, plus the saving in money because extra engineers and announcers are not needed.
So, with a nose for news and eye toward saving a buck, we initiate the Bob and Ray Party Line, a feature on which newsworthy people will be interviewed via the beeper phone.
Ray, who did you say our first party line call would be to?
It's Mrs. Amy Frumpweiler, I believe, whose recent magazine article in Clean House and Sidewalk entitled Kids Are a Pain in the Neck has been widely criticized by the nation's parents. Mm-hmm. Mrs. Frumpweiler is the mother of 7 children and the freelance babysitter. I think she's listed in the Brooklyn Directory.
I have it here. Let's see, Frumpish, Frumpner, Frumpstein... Here it is, Frumpweiler, Mrs. Amy. The number is Warbucks 52194. And we'll hope to chat with Mrs. Frumpweiler in just a few seconds. It's ringing now.
Hello?
Hello. This is Bob and Ray's party line calling Mrs. Amy Frumpweiler.
Mommy's giving the twins a bath. Do you want to hear me sing the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater?
No, Sonny, not now. Could you get your mother to the phone, please?
My daddy told my mommy today that the house is always filthy when he comes home.
That's nice, but could you call your mommy now?
My daddy likes beer a lot. Do you want to hear a big airplane flying over a cow and dropping a bag of water on it?
I don't believe so.
Splash! I just made it up now.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, you're a good little boy. Will you go and get your mommy, please?
Okay. What's your name, Mr. Donkey Wonky Dookie?
Tell her it's radio's famous Bob and Ray Goulding.
Bob Donkey and Ray Wonking, Collie, Mommy Dookie.
Oh, boy.
Bob Wonky.
Say he hung up.
Yes, he did.
Do you have that number again?
Yes, it's Warbucks 52194.
Try it again.
All right. Must have thought I was all through talking to him or something.
Hello. Marvin, put down that vase. Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Frumpweiler. This is radio's Bob and Ray's party line calling about your magazine article. Kids are a pain in the neck.
Just a minute. Marvin, I'm not going to tell you again. Put down that vase. Why, you go to your room and wait till your father comes home. Hello, who'd you say you were? That vase cost $20.
This is the Bob and Ray party line.
Percy, you tell the twins to get back in the tub this minute. I'll be right back. Bob, and who did you say?
Bob and Ray. We'll call back some other time when you're not so tied up, all right?
Yes, why don't you? Mary Lou, did you crayon up that wall?
Well, that was Mrs. Amy Frumpweiler, our first interview on the new Bob and Ray party line feature. And tune in next time when another name in the news is called on the beeper telephone.
Let's not do it again.
Wyatt's Favorite Radio.
Granny's Abner, I believe that's our ring.
Hi, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum N Abner.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of the Accent Radio Network or the staff, management, and sponsors of this radio station.
Well, the old fellows managed to get back the money that Squire Skimp had gotten from them on the lumber buying ruse, and now that they have abandoned Mousie's unworkable apartment house plan, they are faced once again with the problem of finding the best way to spend Dodge and E. Smith's $10,000 gift to Pine Ridge. And once again, the townsfolk have started to send in their suggestions. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum, Abner, and Cedric in the Jot 'em Down store and library, looking over these suggestions. Listen.
I ain't come across a single good suggestion yet. Have you found any good ones in them you're looking at, Abner?
No, not so far. You know, I believe folks is so disappointed about not building them wonderful world apartments, Lum, that they can't get themselves pulled together to where they can sit down and think up a good idea.
Yeah, might be. You found any good ones, Cedric? No, Mom, I'm still trying to read the first one you give me. Don't sound very good, though, I don't think.
What's it about, Cedric?
Oh, something about taking your car and driving it into a pool.
Driving it in a pool?
Yes, Mom. I wouldn't do it with my car, though, I know that.
Of course not.
Just a minute, let me see that letter, Cedric. Nobody'd send in a silly suggestion like that, surely.
No, you must have read that wrong or something, Cedric. Pushing automobiles into a pond wouldn't be no way of spending that $10,000. You could do that for nothing.
Hey, Granny's Abner, this ain't no suggestion nobody sent in. It's from the government.
The government?
Yes, sir. Communicate to the citizens about automobile pooling.
Well, I do know. I reckon why they'd suggest a thing like that. Wait a minute, I bound you that's the way they go about freezing automobiles I've been reading about. First they get them all wet, and then they put them in a cold room.
It don't mean no such a thing.
Oh.
Automobile pooling just means everybody getting together with his neighbors and trading off riding in one another's cars and all.
Oh.
That's so folks will save their cars and their tires and save gasoline and keep them running. Granny, that might be a good old lettered saying there for car owners. Keep them running. I believe I'll submit that to the giverman. Well, I still don't think I'll drive my car in no pond. Cedric, I told you it never meant that. It just means you ought to share your car with others. Every time you drive someplace alone, you're just the same as being a slacker. I am, huh? Yes, sir. Does that mean I got to take Clarabelle with me every place I go? No, not Clarabelle necessary. That is, not unless she's got some awful important place to go. It's mostly means to working fellers, I think. That saves them from driving their own cars every day. Oh, I see. Working fellers. Well, I'll try to recollect that. Fact is, I think I'll go out and haul some of them around right now.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Cedric.
Yeah. Get right on it, Cedric. That's a good boy. Yes, Mom. I'll see you fellers later.
Yes, so long. Don't
You know,
what you
Abner,
do.
right there is a good lesson for every citizen of this country.
Cedric, a good lesson? What do you mean?
I mean, doing a thing right away.
Oh.
Every time the government makes a suggestion, we all ought to start following it right away, not wait till tomorrow or next week or till it's too late.
Yeah, well, I'm willing to start right away. What do you want me to start doing?
Well, the first thing you can do is nail this communique up somewhere where everybody that comes in the store will see it.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. I'll put it right there by the front door. That's a good
Wait,
place.
I believe I got a better idea, Abner.
Huh?
I'll get everybody on the party line and make a public announcement.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's the best thing to do. You can
Yeah.
help me make the announcement.
Well, I don't think I know nothing to say, Lum.
Well, you can say that the folks has got to share their cars to help beat the, what do they call them here, the axes?
Well, now, Lum, what's sharing your car got to do with beating the axis?
Well, it's got plenty to do with it.
Huh?
Let me read you an example they got wrote here in the communique. This is what would happen in a town if the folks allowed their cars to get wore out. Listen to this.
Yeah.
An example from Pontiac, Michigan.
Yeah, Elizabeth's got a relay in Saginaw, Michigan.
Yeah, this is a different place.
Yeah, they might be close to one another, though,
Yeah.
same state and all.
Might be.
Yeah, might be.
Listen to this. Pontiac, Michigan has 26,000 people working in war industries. The bus company has 30 buses.
Well, I do know.
These 30 buses take care of the downtown and school traffic and 4,000 of the war workers.
Huh?
The other 22,000 war workers are handled by private cars. Are you following me?
Yeah. 22,000 of them ride in a private car. It might be sort of crowded, but I reckon they know what they're doing. Yeah, I'm following.
Not in a private car, in private cars.
More than one, yeah.
Then it goes on to say, if all private cars were laid up, the bus companies estimate they would need at least 600 buses, or 200 times the number they now have.
Doggy, that'd be a heap of buses, you know, it's 600 of them.
Yeah, and then multiply that by the hundreds of other towns like Pontiac, and even you, Abner, can see that it wouldn't be possible to get up that big an increase in the bus service.
No, I can see that all right, yeah. That should never do it, no.
Well, of course he couldn't.
No.
No, sir, Abner, there just ain't no two ways about it. A feller's private automobile is just as much a part of the transportation system of this country right now as a bus or the train or anything else.
Or streetcars.
Yeah, the streetcars, too.
Yeah.
That's why folks have just got to preserve their cars and share them with their neighbors. Otherwise, the workers can't get to their jobs, and it won't be long before we won't have no war work being done nowhere.
Yeah, doggies, we can't let that happen in our country, or we won't have no country.
That's right. So ring up everybody on the party line, Abner. Let's make the announcement. Let's tell them that be neighborly and let one another take turnabout about using their cars.
Yeah.
Fellers live in the same block. One feller drive his car one day, and the feller next door to him drive his car the next day, and they all ride together.
Yeah, but now, Lum, what you've been saying here, that's just for folks in big towns, ain't it?
No, it's for folks in every size town is, big uns and little uns.
Yeah, but I mean, Pine Ridge ain't got no thousands of war workers and buses and all such as that.
Well, that don't make no difference, Abner.
Don't, huh?
Pine Ridge and all the towns like it are in this war just as much as the big towns.
Sure.
And we got just as big a job to do toward helping win it, too.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, we ain't got none of them big war factories like you was talking about.
Well, we have to. In the first place, Pine Ridge is helping furnish something awfully important, and that's men for the Army.
Yeah, we're doing that.
There's two Macmillan boys, for instance.
Yeah.
Barton boy and Sister Simpson's nephew.
And Frank Forster enlisted just the other day.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. All of our best young men do.
Oh, you fine boys, yes, sir.
And then the next thing we're doing is turning all the money we earn into all the war bonds and stamps we can buy.
Yeah. Folks around here is doing that, I'll say that for 'em. Little Pearl says that her class at school is way ahead of the others for buying stamps.
Very good for her.
Oh, yeah, tickle.
Starting them out early.
Yeah.
And then there's all them projects around town for gathering up all the old paper and rags and rubber and scrap iron, and all that goes to the war factory somewhere or other.
Yeah. Well, I never thought about that being a regular job before.
Why, sure. And then all these fellers on the farms around here are raising crops and food.
Yeah.
And there's one of the most important businesses in the war right there. Takes an awful lot of food to feed all our boys that's doing the fighting and working in the factories and all.
Doggy, that's right, ain't it? That is important. I hadn't thought about that.
And as for actual war industry, you know what's going on over at Walt Bates' sawmill right now, don't you?
Well, all I know is he's hard a batch of extra fellas to work for him. I don't see why, though, for the life of me, he don't do that much business.
Well, he is now.
Huh?
He's got some new machines over there, and he's making some special thing that goes into airplanes.
He is? What sort of things is it?
I don't know. Walt claims it's some kind of a military secret or something.
Oh.
He ain't talking much about it. But the point is this, all the fellas working over there has got to get to their jobs every day, or that special part won't get made for the airplanes.
Of course not.
And that holds back the big factories.
Yeah.
They can't turn out the airplanes. It's needed so bad by them young fellers doing the fighting in China and Australia and every place.
That dog is long. I never realized before just how important Pine Ridge was, you know.
Why, of course it is. Get to talking about it and boil it right down. Looks like Pine Ridge, the whole war's depending on us.
Oh, yeah. We got things to do here. There ain't no doubt about
it. It's the same way in every little town.
Yeah. Everybody's got their job to do.
That's why every car owner, no matter where he lives, he's got to get together with his neighbors and figure out how to save their cars by riding with one another.
Yeah, got to do it. Yes, sir.
Be a big saving for car owners to do that, too.
Yeah, and it's sort of friendly and neighborly, you know. Pick up your neighbor in the morning, ride to work, you get to talking, get better acquainted. That's what I like about the idea.
Yeah, that's right, Abner. You know, it's a funny thing, but in good times, when folks ain't got many worries, they sort of forget about their neighbors, gets so self-centered in themselves and all. Lots of times they don't get acquainted with it.
No.
Something like this comes along, a war, or any kind of a hardship, a flood, or anything like that, and then the good side of the folks comes out in the open, and they start helping one another.
Yep, do it every time.
Well, wait a minute, what am I wasting all this time talking to you for? Let's get on the party line and tell everybody.
Yeah, that's what we ought to do. Tell everybody, tell them the whole thing. That's the thing to do. Yes, sir, let the whole community know that they got a job of work to do here and get them started to doing it. Yes.
Yeah, I ought to go out a speech to give.
I believe that's our ring there, wasn't it, Lum?
Yeah, I'll get it. What in the world's the phone got to ring just when we're getting ready to use it? Hello, jot 'em down, store and library. Lum Edder's doing the talking. Huh? Oh, hello, Walt.
Who is it, Walt Bates?
What do you mean, trouble on account of me? Well, I ain't did nothing to hold up work at the mill. Who? Oh, well, yeah, I told him that, but he done what? Oh, well, he's got things all mixed up. I never meant for him to do that. Well, I'll see what I can do about it, Walt. Yeah, I'm awful sorry. All right, Walt. Goodbye.
What's the trouble with Walt, Lum?
It's Cedric.
Huh?
Granny's Ord never told him taking workers with him in the car every time he went any place.
But what'd he do?
Well, he piled 6 of Walt's best workers in his car and drove off to the county seat with them to the picture show.
May 7th, 1942, Lum N Abner, Wyatt Cox, Wyatt's favorite radio. You gotta wonder, Cedric just isn't wrapped too tight. Thanks for joining us here on your favorite station. Well, we try to do requests from time to time. We don't get a lot of them, but we had a request from somebody to take people down to Jack Benny's vault, and I think we're going to do that this week. Episode of the Jack Benny program from December 7th, 1947.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go out to Jack Benny's house in Beverly Hills. It's morning, and Rochester is preparing the bath for his boss.
There, that's enough water. When Mr. Benny takes a bath, he wants everything just right. I better check. Bath mat, bath towel, bath salt, soap, rubber duck. Second celluloid boat, and life preserver. Better tie the life preserver to the faucet. Last time the plug came out, Mr. Benny had to fight his way upstream like a salmon. Trouble that man goes through to take a bath. I'm glad he don't do it often. He showers most of the time. Well, I guess that's...
Good morning, Rochester.
Oh, good morning, boss. Your bath is ready.
Well, I'm in a hurry this morning, so I'll just take a shower.
But, boss, the tub is all ready.
I don't care. I'm going to take a shower.
The bath mat, the towels.
I'm going to take a shower.
The bath salts, the soap.
I'm going to take a shower.
The rubber duck, the celluloid boat, the life preserver.
Well...
You going to take a bath?
No, give me the rubber duck. I'll hold it in the shower. And Rochester, next time, don't blow the duck up so high. The way its eyes pop out, it looks like Eddie Cantor.
I'll fix that.
No, you better put the air back in. Now it's so wrinkled, it looks like Fred Allen. Never mind, I'll blow it up myself.
You better hurry with your shower. Professor LeBlanc, your violin teacher's waiting in the library.
Oh, yes, I have to take my violin lesson today. Well, Rochester, you go downstairs and get the house cleaned up.
Okay. Get the house cleaned up. Every day the same thing. Dusting, washing, cleaning, scrubbing. If I could have guessed who Mrs. Hush was, I'd have... No, I'd only had more things to dust. And I was so sure it was Lena Horne. Well, I better go in the kitchen and... Oh, my goodness, what's that? Mr. Benny! Mr. Benny! Mr. Benny! Mr. Benny, what happened?
I broke my rubber duck. See?
Shall I take it down and have it vulcanized?
No, let's wait and see what Christmas brings. Now, Rochester, tell Professor LeBlanc I'll be right down.
No, Monsieur Benny. Please tune up the violin. I will make the A on the piano. No, you are flat. Pull the string up a little tighter.
Okay.
Tighter.
Oh, darn it, the string broke.
Good, that's 1 down and 3 to go.
Well, you better put a new string on, Professor, while I open the window. It's kind of hot in here. There.
Hey, Stevie, kick it to me, and then I'll... Look, there's Mr. Benny in the window. Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Joey. Hello, Stevie.
Hello, Mr. Benny. Say, Mr. Benny, some of us kids are going to play football. Can you come out and play with us?
Oh, gee, I can't, Joey. I got to take my violin lesson. But I'll maybe a little later.
Okay, we'll wait for you.
Mr. Benny, you better close the window. It will be quieter.
Okay.
Here's your violin. We will start with the piece I gave you last time. What was it again?
The glowworm.
Oui, monsieur, the glowworm. It is very pretty. Commence.
Okay.
Monsieur Benny. Monsieur Benny, it is such a small worm. Do not kill it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take it again.
Monsieur Benny, what are the blink-blinks?
I'm stepping over the worm.
Monsieur Benny, leave the jokes to the comedians.
Yes, sir.
Perhaps we better limber up a little more with the exercises.
As you wish.
Play it softer with emotion. Dip your bow in Jergens lotion. Nero played while Rome was burning. Right now for a match I'm yearning. Now, Monsieur Benet, you are sounding worse than ever.
But, Professor, I've been practicing 2 hours every day.
How can you stand it?
What?
Now, look, that is enough of the exercises. Let us go back to the lesson. This time, get the tempo right. We will use the metronome.
Okay.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Monsieur Benny, what is that?
Eastern Columbia, Broadway at night.
And what is that?
Follies Burlesque, Main Street at 6.
Oh, oui, the third girl from the end with the red hair. Oh, la, la.
Professor LeBlanc.
Excuse me, I hope you will not say anything to my wife.
Your wife? Why?
She is the third girl from the other end.
Oh, she's the one with the... Oh, your wife! Well, anyway, Professor, let's get on with the lesson. I want to go out and play football.
Oui, commence.
Don't do that part very often. We normally excise the musical numbers, but I left that one in for you. Jack Benny program from December 7th, 1947. Professor LeBlanc, Mel Blanc. He was such a wonderful character, and I love everything he has done so much. We'll head down to the vault, see Joseph Kearns as Ed, guarding the vault, and that'll be next. I'm Wyatt Cox. You're listening to Wyatt's Favorite Radio, the greatest radio programs of the 20th century on your favorite station.
Lucas Littman, is this your life?
Get out of my bedroom, you maniac.
Folks, this is Rollo Edwards, and the program Is This Your Life? We're here in the home of Lucas Littman, industrial giant and philanthropist of note. And Mr. Littman tonight, is this your life? Are you surprised, Mr. Littman?
Yes, I'm surprised, but in a minute you're going to be more surprised than I am.
Tonight, Mr. Littman, we're going to take you to our Is This Your Life stage, where many of your friends are waiting to greet you.
Sure, I think you're wrong, Edwins. I'm not going on stage and be leaped at by people.
There'll be Mrs. Edna Garcia, your third-grade teacher when you were a boy.
Yeah, she was third grade, all right. Now, excuse me, I have to make a phone call.
And perhaps you remember Mr. Beener, the man who sold you your first pig.
Hello, is this the 68th Precinct? I'd like to speak to Lieutenant Freddie Cook. That's right.
You'll hear a voice from the past. One you haven't heard for a long time, the voice of your boyhood friend, Charles Moore.
He's no friend of mine. He used to shoot old wine corks at me with a pop gun and make me smell like a drunk.
And then you'll meet...
Hello, Freddie. This is Lucas Littman. That's right. Say, what's the penalty for breaking and entering?
And then, when you were 16 years old...
Freddie, I don't think I can get him to leave. He's got that dedicated look. Well, he's holding a book in his hand about 14 inches thick, and if he goes through it all, I think you'd better come by and pick him up. Right, Freddie.
And when you were 16 years old...
Let me tell you something else about Charles Moore. He's crooked. Made a fortune selling defective garbage disposal units to housewives. The units threw back the garbage into their faces when they turned on them.
And then, when you were 16, you had your first schoolboy crush. And when you get to the studio, you'll hear the voice of Alice Calder, a voice you haven't heard for many, many years.
Well, actually, I never heard her voice. She used to play the kazoo whenever we got together.
That's right. And Phil Spitalny, who fostered her career, will be on our Is This Your Life stage, too.
It's time for the tragic part of my life, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is, Lucas Littman. A tragedy came into your life when you were 21 years old. One morning you got out of bed, and you found that for some strange reason, you were unable to read or write.
That's right. The doctors call my condition one of the finest cases of backwardism they'd ever seen.
And after that, your rise to the top of the industrial heap was a rapid one. Amazingly, you found that in the world of business, not being able to read and write was a tremendous advantage. Indeed, it was the key to your success.
That's true.
Well, when we get you onto our Is This Your Life stage, all this and more will come out.
Well, that would be the police, Edwins. Better beat it.
Wyatt's Favorite Radio.
December 7th, 1947, the Jack Benny program. Let's get back to our, the violin lesson.
Now, Mr. Benny, please. The lesson she is over. Will you please pay me my money now, and don't keep me waiting like always?
Oh, yes, Professor. I'll go down my vault and get it. Oh, excuse me, there's the door.
The money for the lesson, please.
I'll be right back.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Dennis. Come on in. Say, Dennis, didn't I see you at the Notre Dame USC football game yesterday?
Yeah, I was there.
Well, I had an awful time getting my tickets. How'd you get yours?
From my cousin. He plays for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame? Oh, of course, certainly. You're Irish. What's your cousin's name?
Kazakowski.
Kazakowski?
His real name is McNulty.
What?
He changed it to get on the team.
Oh. Well, anyway, there was a lot of excitement, and I thought Notre Dame played great.
So did UCLA.
Dennis, UCLA didn't play yesterday.
USC sent for them in the third quarter.
Dennis, what are you talking?
Mr. Benny, please. I am waiting for my money.
Oh, yes, Professor. I'll go in my vault and get it.
Well, I'll run along, Mr. Benny. I got to go to the recording studio and make a record.
A record? You know, Dennis, I made a whole album of records. A lot of comedy with my cast and a couple of violin solos.
You did?
Yeah. You know, you can get them in any music store.
Is there anything else you want to advertise before I leave?
No, that's all.
Well, I got to run along. Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
So long, Dennis. Oh, by the way, kid, is your mother going to have a Christmas tree?
Yeah, but this year she's going to buy it from somebody else.
Well, if she changes her mind, I'll be at Sunset in Fairfax.
Okay.
Goodbye. Gee, I better start a week earlier this Christmas. I had to burn 10 of them last year.
Mr. Benny, you haven't paid me for your lesson.
Oh, yes, Professor. How thoughtless of me. I'll go into my vault and get your money. Gee, I wonder who keeps it further underground, me or Fort Knox. I must ask him someday when I'm there to collect the rent.
Who goes there? Friend or foe?
Friend.
What's the password?
The British are coming.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Benny.
Yes. We've had that password a long time now, haven't we, Ed?
Yes, ever since that night you hung the lantern in the Old North Church.
Oh, yes.
By the way, Mr. Benny, did that fellow on horseback ever make it?
Why?
I had $2 on him.
Well, excuse me a minute, Ed. I'm going to open the vault.
How much money you putting in?
Oh, nothing. You know, I'm taking some out.
Oh, sickness in the family?
No, everything's all right. Well, I'm going to open the vault now.
Shall I take a sleeping pill?
No, Ed, you can watch. It's all right. See, the combination is right to 45, left to 60, back to 15, then left to 110. There. Why be half safe? Now, let's see. One violin lesson, $1.50. There it is. Well, see you later, Ed.
All right. Oh, by the way, Mr. Benny, I meant to ask you, how are things on the outside?
Oh, it's December. Winter is nearly here. And the leaves are falling.
Say, that must be exciting.
No, Ed. People are wearing clothes now.
Oh, uh-huh. Well, goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye, Ed. Well, here you are, Professor, $1.50. Here's your $1, and here's a... Oh, darn it, it was so dark down there, I got the wrong coin. Professor, have you got change for a Spanish doubloon?
No. Please, Mr. Benny, go back to the vault and get me the other 50 cents.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Mr. Benny.
Excuse me a minute, I want to answer the phone.
Sacre bleu.
Hello?
This is the Palm Springs operator, Miss Livingston, calling Jack Benny.
Oh, good. This is Jack Benny. Hello, Mary?
Just a minute, I'll have to ring her back.
All right, I'll wait. Gee, I'm sure glad that Mary's calling. Oh, darn it, there's someone at the door. Come in! Oh, hello, Don. I'll be with you in a minute.
Jack, I've got the quartet here, and we're in an awful hurry.
Well, Don, you'll have to wait until I get a phone call.
Will you hold the line, Mr. Benny?
Yes, I'm waiting.
Mr. Benny, my 50 cents.
Just a minute, Professor.
Jack, as long as you're holding the line, I want you to hear the number the sportsman have prepared.
Don.
It'll fit beautifully if you ever do a Western play.
Well, wait till I'm through on the phone. Mary is calling me.
It'll only take a minute.
I'm ringing Miss Livingston.
Good.
I knew you'd want to hear it.
Don, I wasn't talking to you. Anyway, if you want me to hear the quartet, make it fast. Mary will be on the phone any minute.
Okay, hit it, boys.
He always sings reggae music to the cattle as he swings. Back and forward in the saddle on the horse, a pretty good horse, and he's syncopated, and there's such a funny meter to the roar of his repeater. See him smile. He's been spoken like he's back for quite a while. That's the one he likes. He will never roll his own again, for what is the use when he can send for good old Luckies? Good old Luckies.
Hello?
Good old
Mary?
Luckies.
Mary, I can't hear you. What? Boys, I'm trying to talk. Shut up, will you?
Mr. Benny, my 50 cents, please.
I'll give it to you later. Hello, Mary? Boy! Mary? Boy! I can't hear a thing. Hello?
Boys, Mr. Benny is talking. Wait a minute.
Hello?
Wait a minute.
Mary?
Wait a minute.
Mary, I can't hear you.
Wait a minute.
Hello, Mary? Mary? Oh, darn it, she must have hung up. Well, I'll call her later. Now, look, Don, did you have to go
Mr.
out?
Benny,
What?
they went out.
Oh, gee, and I wanted to tell him something.
My 50 cents, please.
In a minute, Professor. Oh, Don! Don! Well, I guess they've gone. Gee, they got away so fast.
Say, Mr. Benny, we're still waiting for you to play football with us. Yeah, come on out.
Well, I can't yet. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll do what I have to do later. Come on, Stevie. But we better choose up sides first.
Well, how can we? There are 5 of us. Yeah, and that won't come out even.
Now, let's see. 2 and a 5. Yeah, it won't come out even. Well, look at. Since I'm the biggest, I'll take Joey on my side, and we'll play the 3 of you. Now, come on. Let's do it.
Hey, Jackson! Hey, Jackson!
Huh? Oh, hello,
Hey,
Phil.
Come on out here a minute.
Okay, here, fellas. Here's the ball. I'll be right back.
More of Jack Benny from December 7th, 1947 in a moment. Wyatt Cox, Wyatt's Favorite Radio on your favorite station.
Now, come on. Let's do it.
Hey, Jackson! Hey, Jackson!
Huh? Oh, hello,
Hey,
Phil.
Come on out here a minute.
Okay, here, fellas. Here's the ball. I'll be right back. Say, Phil, that's the most gorgeous new car I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I just picked it up and I wanted to show it to you. I'm giving it to Alice for a birthday present.
Oh, when is Alice's birthday?
January the 3rd.
January. You're a month early.
No, I'm a year late.
Well, with a present like that, I'm sure Alice will forgive you. It certainly is the nicest looking car I've ever seen.
Yeah, come here, Jackson. Come over here just a second. Look. Hey, read this.
Let's see. To Alice Faye from her handsome, ever-loving, curly-headed joy boy, Phil Harris.
Ain't that beautiful?
Yes, but you should have written it on a birthday card, not painted it on the door. That's terrible.
What's wrong with writing it on the door?
Well, Phil, everybody sees it there.
So what? I ain't ashamed of Alice.
Oh, fine. Phil, is this a 47 model or a 48?
I don't know, but it's the latest style. Look at them fender skirts. They're 2 inches longer.
Yeah, General Motors sure gave it that new look, huh?
Boy, I can't wait to see the expression on Alice's face when I give her this car for a present.
Oh, is it a surprise?
Well, I wanted it to be, but they already sent her the bill. Well, so long, Jackson. I got to beat it home.
So long, Phil. I hope Alice likes the car.
Hey, Mr. Benny, we're still waiting for
Oh,
you.
boys, come on over here. I want you to meet somebody. Hey, boys, this is Phil Harris.
Hello, Mr. Harris.
Hiya, fellas.
Say, Mr. Harris, you're married to Alice Faye, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
She sure is beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Say, Mr. Harris,
Yeah?
if you ever get tired of her, let me know.
Oh, Joey. Joey, how can you say a thing like that?
Yeah, Joey, me and Alice are a happy married couple. We got 2 beautiful little daughters.
Well, if you ever get tired of them, let us know.
Fellas.
Hiya, gang. Oh, hello, Terry.
Well, who's this boy?
Oh, he's a new kid that moved into the neighborhood. Terry, this is Mr. Jack Benny and Mr. Phil Harris. Hi.
Hello, Terry.
You know, Terry, Mr. Benny was All-American fullback when he played football for Yale.
Yay.
And Terry, during the war, he once shot down 46 Jap Zero planes in one day. Gee whiz.
Hey, Jackson, did you
And Mr. Benny was the first man to swim the English Channel.
Oh, I was lucky. The tide was with me.
Say, Mr. Benny, tell Terry about the time you beat Notre Dame in the Rose Bowl.
Oh, it was nothing, really. You see, there were 10 seconds left to play in the game. We were behind 7-6. I got the ball behind our own goal line and started down the sideline. I twisted, squirmed, stiffed my arm way down the field. Then I saw standing between me and the goal Notre Dame's famous 5 horsemen. Realizing...
Mr. Benny, don't you mean the 4 horsemen?
5. They were making it tough for me. Realizing that they might be hard to get through, I stopped and drop-kicked a field goal from the 50-yard line, which won the game for us 9-7. The shoe I wore that day is now in the Smithsonian Institute. What an honor.
Gosh, gee whiz. Wow.
Well, fellas, you go back and warm up a little, and I'll join you soon, huh?
Okay, let's go, gang.
Hey, Jackson.
What?
Come here.
Huh?
You dog, you.
Oh, Phil, I was just...
Look up in the air. Is it a bird? Is it a bullet? Is it a plane? No, it's Super Benny.
No. There's no harm in my... Oh, never mind. See you later. So long, Phil.
So long, Lou Jack.
Lou Jack? Who's he? He must be the drummer in Phil's band. All right, boys. Up on your feet. Show a little pep. Now, let's get the game started.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Now, let's see. Joey's on my side. We'll play the three of you. Stevie, you kick off and we'll receive.
Okay. Here goes. I got it, Mr. Benny. I got it.
Attaboy, I'll run interference for you. Keep behind me, Joey. Keep behind me. Keep behind me.
I'm 10 feet ahead of you.
Oh, well then... Whoops, tough luck. They got you, Joey. Okay, it's our ball. First down, 10 yards to go. Now, let's go in a huddle, Joey.
Yes, sir.
Now, look, you be center, pass me the ball, and I'll take it around left end.
Okay, let's go.
Signals. 38. 38. 38. Hey! Here I come, kids. Around left end. Better not get in my way, or I'm liable to...
Ooh. Gee, Stevie, you sure tackled him hard. His eyes are closed. Yeah, and you knocked his helmet off.
Hey, I never saw a helmet like this before. It's got a part in the middle.
Ooh.
Hey, boys, what happened to the boys?
Mr. Benny was running with the ball, and Stevie tackled him. He must have hit his head.
What do we do? What do we do?
Oh, just let him lay there a second. He'll come around all right.
Oh. No, waiter. Give me the check. This party's on me.
Let's carry him in the house, boys. It's worse than I thought. Come on, boys, give me a hand. Let's lay him right down here on the bed, boys.
Okay.
Well, fellas, I think we better get going.
Gee, I sure hope Mr. Benny will be all right. Yeah, he's a swell guy.
Don't worry, boys. I'll go down the hall with you. I want to get him a cold towel.
Oh, what happened? Where am I? Huh? Oh, I'm in my bed. Wait a minute. Who's this in bed with me?
Mr. Benny, please pay me my 50 cents.
Oh, it's you, Professor. Good night. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is a final message from our government. As cold weather nears, the food situation in Western Europe grows steadily worse. Widespread crop failures in that area of Europe bring its people closer and closer to actual starvation. In order to protect our own freedom, prosperity, and peace, all Americans are urged to back the President's food conservation program. Remember, save wheat, save meat, save the peace. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a moment. But first...
Hello, Mr. Benny's resident, star of stage, screen, radio, and the Rose Bowl. Oh, hello, Miss Livingston. Oh, he's in bed. No, it's not serious. He just sprained his ankle playing football. Huh? Yeah, I guess the phone will reach over his bed. Boss, it's Miss Livingston.
Oh, hello, Mary. How are you? Well, I'm all right. It's just a little sprain. Are you going to be on the show next week? Good. Well, I'll be all right. Thanks for calling. Goodbye.
Boss, what are you whispering about?
Shh. The professor's asleep. Good night, Rochester.
Good night.
December 7th, 1947, Jack Benny in the vault. I have another little clip here because we got a couple of minutes. This is from the program of January 7th, 1945, the first time that the vault made an appearance on the Jack Benny program. Jack's heading to New York and figured he should go get enough money to cover the meals for the trip. So he's going down to the vault to get $5.
I wonder if that door is heavy enough, huh? Oh, who goes there? It's only me, Ed. It's okay.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny.
How have you been, Ed?
Oh, fine, fine. Oh, by the way, Mr. Benny.
Yeah?
Who won the election?
Oh, say, Ed, you have a nice Christmas?
Yes, quiet, but nice.
Good, good. Oh, Ed, I just want to open my safe for a minute.
Oh, yes, sir. Shall I turn my back?
No, it's all right. Now, let's see. The combination of the safe is right to 45, left to 160, back to 15, then left to 110. There. I forgot to turn off the alarm. Now, let's see. Oh, there's a loose $5 bill. Yep, that's all I'll need. So long, Ed. I'll see you in the spring. Take it easy. So long. Well, I'll take care of that.
There's Jack Benny visiting the vault, and that ends our show. Wyatt Cox, wyatts-favorite-radio.com. We're back in 7 days here on your favorite station. See ya.